All right, Joe Bruin here from AllAccessEntertainment.com with the one and only Thomas Ian Nicholas. It's Rhode Island Comic Con, and here he is in full attire. You've got your own cosplay here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got my Rowan Gardner jersey. You know, Cubs won the World Series, you know, got to represent.
Now, let's just go back a little bit. How did you first get involved in acting, and what was your first experience, if you remember?
I do remember. I started when I was 6 years old. And my first experience was playing an extra in a film, and that's how I got my interest in it. So I was an extra on a Jan Michael Vincent movie.
Awesome.
If you remember Jan Michael Vincent,
yeah.
I played an altar boy in a movie called The Hit List. And after that, I got an agent, started going on auditions. Probably went on auditions for a couple of years before I landed a role on Who's the Boss, playing a young Tony Danza. So that was my first big role.
Sure.
It was the 100th episode. He got dressed up in latex makeup, played his own grandfather. So yeah.
Awesome. And as far as acting goes, you know, you've done a lot of different roles. Rookie of the Year is one that still stands out. People still remember it. It's kind of an iconic film. What was that whole experience like?
It was amazing. I mean, yes, it was my first lead role in a feature film. I had done Radio Flyer before that, but most of my scenes ended up on the cutting room floor next to Rhea Perlman.
Sure.
And so yeah, it was amazing, and it changed everything for me. I mean, I became a Cubs fan, number one. You know, after shooting on Wrigley Field for an entire month and living in Chicago, you know, and growing up like Henry did with just my mom. Didn't have a lot of sports in my life, so now people ask me, you know, were you really a Cubs fan? I was like, yeah, how could I not be?
Right. And what's the feeling coming out to events like this, Comic-Cons, and meeting your fans?
It's a really amazing experience. I don't get to do it that often because obviously I'm busy with work, and I've got, you know, a wife and 2 kids, and I have my band, so we tour around as well. We've got 6 albums, and a new one's coming out in February. But what I really like about Comic-Cons is it's an opportunity to meet people that enjoy my work.
Sure.
And it's the perfect opportunity to where, you know, I'm not having dinner with my family and someone that feels like they're interrupting or interrupts. It's like, hey, let's take this time, let's chat, let's, you know, I can say thank you for checking out my work, and they can say thanks for making it, you know, it's kind of cool.
Right. And I can't go without mentioning American Pie, of course. Huge franchise, obviously. And what was that experience like?
American Pie was amazing. I mean, when we did the first one, none of us had any idea that we were going to make 4 of them, obviously.
Right.
I mean, like me, anytime I get a job, I'm always just happy to have a job.
Right.
So when the thing kind of started, you know, rolling out, I was just really thankful, and it's opened up a lot of opportunities, I think, for all of us.
And in closing, any upcoming projects or social media? How can fans follow you?
Well, I run all my own social media. It's all Tin Band, because my name is just too darn long to fit on any handle.
Right.
So it's just TIN Band.
Okay.
I have Walt Before Mickey, where I play Walt Disney from the age of 17 to 27.
Okay.
With John Heder playing Roy Disney.
Oh, man.
It's his early life and career, failures, all that stuff. It's worldwide on Netflix. It just came out a few months ago.
Awesome.
And then I have a film called The Lost Tree with Claire Kramer, Michael Madsen, and Lacey Chabert that I produced.
Okay.
It's a drama thriller with a tinge of horror, and that'll be coming out next year.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Ian Nicholas here, Rhode Island Comic Con 2016, All Access Entertainment.